Hi, and welcome. I'm White Reaper, and in this video I want to introduce you to Paladin Walk Simulator build. This is a Paladin build that focuses on reflect damage, also known as Thorns or retaliation damage, leverages the Paladin's inherent tankiness and supportive abilities to turn enemy attacks back on them. These builds excel at punishing enemies who strike the player, often making them a strong choice for hardcore or players who enjoy a more defensive playstyle. Damage reflected to attackers. This is the primary stat you'll be stacking. It's a form of damage that triggers when enemies hit you. Paladins offer excellent defensive layers through skills like Holy Aura, Block Chance, Armor, and Healing. This allows them to survive long enough to reflect substantial damage. Reflect builds can be quite gear-dependent, especially for achieving their full potential with specific unique items and idle affixes. Now let's talk about what makes this build so powerful. With the new season, a few new items have been introduced called Primordial. And out of these items, for this build we will be using Ticket of Blinding Light. Now using this body armor we make reflect damage become ranged attack. And that's cool in my book. Now you can walk everywhere and mobs will die just looking at you. Now let's take a closer look at this armor. First, it gives X amount of damage reflected to the attackers. Second, every 0.5 seconds you blind all enemies facing you and deal damage to them equal to your damage reflected to attacker's stat. This is the option from the armor that make the reflect damage to become ranged as well. The third, increase the damage reflected even more versus bosses and rare enemies. Next, increased armor, more armor against blinded enemies and increased physical resistance. And the last, X amount of damage reflected to attackers per 10% uncapped physical resistance. This means that you can now stack physical resistance to increase damage to the damage reflected to the attacker's stat. Now to be clear what uncapped physical resistance means. It means all physical resistance that exceeds 75%. As you can see, my physical resistance at the moment is 434%. That means I have uncapped physical resistance 359%. Now let's talk about the second item that makes this build work. Thorn Shell. This legendary shield have X amount damage reflected to attackers. Next great thing about it is X% increased flat damage reflected to attackers per attunement. This means from now you can stack up attunement to increase your reflected damage as well. And of course, increased armor, poison resistance, and lightning resistance. Now you know how to increase damage on this build. Stack up damage reflected to the attackers, attunement, and physical resistance. The rest is all about survival. The equipment I have right now after 3 days of playing on this character. Boneclamor Barbuda, Evolution's End, Renegade's Will, Thicket of Blinding Light, Thorn Shell, Siphon of Anguish, Thorn Slinger, Siphon of Anguish, Julra's Obsession, Transient Rest, and a random relic. I have nothing cool for this till now. Use the idle slots to stack up as much physical resistance as possible. The passive skills I use. In the Sentinel Tree, Juggernaut 8 points. Fearless 8 points. Stalwart 4 points. Void Knight Tree 10 points on Abyssal Endurance. And now the Paladin skill tree. Defiance 8 points. Honor 3 points. Holy Symbol 6 points. Holy Icon 7 points. Alignment 8 points. 8 points Sanctuary Guardian. Faith Armor 6 points. Dedication 10 points. Shield Wall 4 points. Prayer Aegis 5 points. Covenant of Light 5 points and Divine Essence 5 points. Now we move to the skill tree. Healing Hands. Max Cleric's Hammer. Searing Light 1 point. Bane of Evil 2 points. Halted Scourge. Turn undead both Max Cleric's Wrath Max Virtue of Patience. Seraph Blade Max 2. Purity of Thought 1 point. 3 points Blessed Perish. And max out Prayer of the Fallen. Now we move to the Smite. Holy Fire 4 points. 2 points Immolate. 2 for Righteous Overload, 5 Conflagration. 5 on Blinding Flash, and max Piety. Next, Holy Aura. Max Vital Boon. Purification 1 point. Shelter from the Storm, Mighty Shield both max. Rahaya's Devotion 3 points. Fanaticism 3 points and True Strike 2 points. Symbols of Hope. Empowering Symbols 4 points. Heavenly Justice 1 point. 3 on Decree of Flame. Burning Sign 4 points. Iron Symbols 3. Enduring Hope 2 points. Tetragram 1 point. Meditation 1. And Sign of the Guardian 3 points. And the last one, Multi-Strike. Way of the Sword 3 points. Guarding Stance, Flanking Strikes, Hallowed Arsenal, and Vengeful all max. Perfect Steel 1 point. 1 on Doctrine of the Anvil. 3 on Relentless Advance. 1 Initiate. 3 Alpha Cuts. And 1 Blade Storm. To get the most damage out of your equipment, you need to prioritize. First, damage reflected to attackers. Second, attunement. Third, physical resistance. That's about it. I wish you a good grind with this build. And if this video was helpful for you, don't forget to like and subscribe. And with all due respect, White Reaper out.